Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 8 of Step Into, or episode 9. Nine of Step Into the Paranormal. This is Dave Seiler.
And your boy Ernie. I'm actually here for this one. Missed you guys last week.
Yep. But we had a really good time. We missed him, but we're gonna be talking about the world's largest ghost hunt on the show. But before we do, we need to talk about some very, very, very serious information. Our really good friend Mike King, Sunday night, lost his entire home, lost his cars, lost his everything. His house burned to the ground. We did speak to Mike. The family is okay. They were able to get out. Basically, he recanted what happened to me. He basically moved his cars, his police cruiser, everything into the garage. Motorcycle into the garage. A couple hours later, he came out, did a few things in the garage. About 4 o'clock, went downstairs to watch a football game. Somewhere around the fourth quarter, he heard what sounded like fireworks going off in front of his house. Came back upstairs, opened the garage door, and the place was fully engulfed at that point. It was so hot, he could not get the door closed. He got the family out. And he actually went outside and tried to get the garden hose to extinguish the blaze from the garage side. The garage door was completely melted at that point. The house was fully involved within a few minutes later. By the time the fire department got there, the house, it was gone. Everything he owns is gone. He got out with a t-shirt on his back and his shorts, no shoes. Dreama got out with her nightgown on, and Desmond got out, and they got the animals. That's all they own at this point.
Well, that's I mean, by the grace of God, I mean that's the most important thing, you know.
Yep.
And that's the only I know when I woke up early Monday, worked Sunday night was my first night back to work after the tragedy I've been going through with Ruby again and her health. But that's the only thing, Dave, with working night work. I get home at 8 in the morning, usually 9:30 I manage to fall asleep, take what I call my nap in between days. And, I get up in the early afternoon, which is normal for me. And, I knew nothing of this. Our great friend Melody, what's up, Mel? What's up,
Hey,
Ray?
Mel, how you doing?
Melody hit me up and asked me if I had heard, and I was completely in the dark at that point,
Right.
And then everything started circulating, and I managed to get in touch with Mike and you, and it just only thing. I mean, it's so devastating. I mean, thank God everybody is okay. Yeah. But can you just imagine? I mean, the cars and but my first thing is, you lose, like your photo right there. Yeah. You lose photos, and
he's lost his laptop.
Yeah, and
Des lost his desktop. They just bought that for him for Christmas.
Right.
I mean, he's lost everything.
Wow.
I mean, even his police cruiser. We have some photos we'll show you in a moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually bring up a URL at the top here. Right up here. It's called Tiny URL. Do it from a computer, not from a phone. It may not work properly from a phone. I haven't tested. But what it'll do is it'll take you to the GoFundMe website. I beg you, please share this video. Please share this information.
Just post it anywhere you can.
Anywhere you can, spam it to people.
Get it to everyone. Yep. That you know. Our friend Andy, who's going to be there Saturday, he actually got the link out to, with us all being cops, he got it out to something having to do with law enforcement, and it's on a law enforcement site where there's over 35,000 members.
I'm praying. I mean,
so thanks a lot, Andy.
You, brother.
Good job, man.
Love you, man.
This is, everybody that sees, our podcast or any other one or whatever, we always talk about para-unity and para-family, and it's true. You know how much fun we have when we get all of us get together, and the good that these events do, and where all the money goes and whatever. But I mean, this is one of them circumstances that we really need to show what the para-family and what para-unity is about. I mean, I don't care if it's $1.
Yeah.
I mean,
just anything you can give.
Trust me, it matters. It counts. It really does. And we got Mike's such a great. I can't even begin to tell you.
He's great to everybody. I mean,
and anybody that's met him and knows him, and
they're awesome people.
Yeah.
This is a picture of us at Christmas time with them. We went out to dinner with them.
Yeah. And the thing is, I mean, of course, because of the paranormal, I met Mike, and first time Dave met him, we went over to their house for the season 2 premiere party. It goes to Shepherdstown. But we're friends outside of paranormal. I mean, we do more than give lectures and ghost hunt. I mean,
we
we're
go motorcycle riding, we go to
family.
dinner, we're family.
And Mike and Dreama and Desmond, man, you all know, most of the people seeing this or hearing this, you've met them or you know them or whatever, and they're truly genuine, real, just great people, man. And we need to come together and do what we can as a community, a paranormal community, and help them out.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to Mike several times at this point. Actually, on a couple of the posts that I've made are their shoe sizes, their clothing sizes. I know Tony DeVille is actually going to help us with a fundraiser for Mike. If you want to drop off any clothing or any shoes or anything to help them out, gift cards, whatever you want. Tony DeVille's shop in Baltimore. It's like right by Bayview Hospital.
Yeah, anybody. I spoke to Tony DeVille yesterday. Another great guy, man. I mean, he just jumped in swinging as soon as he found out, what happened. And I haven't had a chance to talk to him, but we're going to speak this week. He's going to have some sort of fundraiser at his tattoo parlor. We actually had the opportunity to investigate it on Friday the 13th, and it was absolutely amazing. Yep. So if you're close to Tony's shop, man, and you can drop something off, anything.
If you have anything, just contact one of us.
Yeah,
we'll come to you.
We'll get it to Mike.
We'll get it to Mike.
That's not a problem.
Yep.
And
all right, I'm going to leave the URL at the top as I go through some of these photos, but you'll still hear us talking in the background. This is his driveway. You'll notice that vehicle at the top. I think that was his police cruiser. Operative word was. At the top where the garage was is where it started, and it worked its way to the left. Like I say, I think that was his police cruiser, and that was his personal car behind it. And the only thing left is literally one half wall on the left. So that's his personal car, and yeah, I mean, this is just incredible what happened. He did have, operative word did have a boat. That's what that was. And then finally, that's the back of his house, what's left. We've been in this house many a times. I'm heartbroken. I can't say enough about this. Andrew, I see your comment. Ernie's going to make Mike King look fresh. Yeah, he's going to pimp him out. I love that. So we're going to do everything in our power to help out. And please use that URL right here at the top, right here. That'll take you onto the GoFundMe site that was actually started by the network itself. So they started it. They made a donation, and there's been a lot of people that we've reached out to, and then have made donations, and then some other donations on there.
Everybody. I mean, as soon as we all got to talk about this, I mean, everybody just stepped up.
Yeah, everybody stepped up, and I love it.
The GoFundMe page is just circulating everywhere. I mean, it's not hard to find.
I beg, spam this out to everyone you know. You know how insurance companies are. They're going to take forever and a day to get him any information. Can you forward me some pictures later on so I can repost? Yeah, Andrew, you got it. I'll take care of that. Brandon, there are so many teams out there, but we are all one team.
Yep.
Amen, brother. Amen. So we are doing everything we can to make sure that this gets out. And make sure that people know what's going on, along the way.
Right.
So, just please, I beg you, just spam this out, spam this video, hit Brandon up, hit Ted up. We'll make sure that you get the link.
Right. And stay posted on Paranormal Inc. page. As soon as I talk to Tony DeVille, we'll figure out what's going on at the tattoo shop.
And apparently a brand new hashtag just came out, hashtag Team Mike. So a lot of people just starting to use it. Amen, guys. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody. I mean, it's incredible. And earlier today, I did a brief, quick video, announcing this evening, and Mike was actually on it live watching, and his comment was just, "Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
This means so much." And Mike, and the thing is, man, Mike is
humble.
Such a humble guy.
Humble.
I mean, and he's just the most genuine, nice guy, with his dry sense of humor. That's what I like about Mike, man.
He's a straight man in a comedy.
He's so dry, you don't he'll say something, you look at,
and then he just smile.
It was a joke.
Well,
okay, yeah,
Well, we asked him to be on the show tonight, but as we talked about it, he just broke. He's not doing good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's just, every photo he owns is gone.
Mike, here's what we're going to do, and I don't mean to cut you off, Dave, but I don't want to lose my, because this has just been a hell of a week all the way around for so many of us. But Mike and Dreama and Dez, our thoughts and prayers are with you, and we are doing, take my word and Dave's word and everyone, we are doing absolutely everything imaginable to get you over this hump.
Yep.
So that you can start fresh and get back, get your life back. And we're going to do and fight every inch of the way with you, and we're going to do everything we can. Man.
We got you back, brother.
You are our brother. We are
Dreama, we love you.
Family.
Des, we love you too.
So
all right, moving on to other things.
Yeah.
So now
we love you guys.
Now that we put you in a sad mood, let's kind of make you in a happy mood. So, Ernie, okay, both your hands are there. Okay, that's not your hands.
Yeah.
All right. Well, where's Ernie's hands and why is Dave smiling? But
let's talk just briefly before we get Maria on the line. Saturday night, National Ghost Hunting Day. Man, this year is going to be wild.
Wowzers.
This is Paranormal Inc.'s third year with World's Largest Ghost Hunt.
I knew the paranormal director for year 2 and year 3. I know that guy. He's a great guy. Oh, sorry.
Anyway, this year, Paranormal Inc., Keystone State Paranormal Society, Steve and Pam Barry, and the lovely and one and only Miss Lori Johnson, we are all going to be teaming up together, leading the charge at the historic Lookout House. That is by far one of my favorite locations. And anyone that hasn't been there, when you do get there Saturday, you will see why.
Yep.
I'll just leave it at that.
Yep. I have missed the last. Grace and I missed the last investigation because
she was sick, I believe.
And then other things going on.
I thought she was sick that day too, though.
No, other things going on. But yeah. So unfortunately, we missed it, and she's been bummed ever since.
Right.
So she is looking forward. My daughter Grace will be at the World's Largest Ghost Hunt with us. And prayers continue for the Kings and for Ruby from Peggy Henry. Andrew,
thank you, Peggy.
Along with Mike and his family, Ruby is in our prayers as well, Ernie.
Thank you, guys.
So
thank you.
And are there any collection for clothes, Staples, houseware? Cisco, yes. If you check the posts around the link I stood up, or you can contact me directly, I can give you all sizes. You can either contact us about picking it up or drop it off to Tony DeVille's shop, but we will make sure that they get anything you guys send.
Yeah.
So,
hey, well, it's fresh on my mind. October 26th, Paranormal Inc. will be hosting at a new location. York, Pennsylvania. It's ran by York Ghost Tours, Miss Laura Shirey.
Yes.
I haven't been there. None of us have been there yet.
We're not supposed to give out the location.
We're not. Okay. Well,
we're not allowed. But
I don't even know what it is. I mean, I know what it is, but I don't know where it is. I haven't been there yet.
I actually was.
I don't even know the address.
I was privileged to find out today.
Anyway, we will be leading an investigation there, and there's a link on Paranormal Inc. page that Laura put up. You can purchase your tickets there. They're like a little over halfway sold already.
Yep.
We're
so
only
get them
limited.
while they're hot.
Yeah, we're limiting it to so many tickets.
Yep.
I will tell you this: it is an actual house.
Yep.
It's a 3-story residence.
4-story.
4-story.
They got the basement open.
Okay. Yep. And it is going to be wild.
And
so you
I've
check
already
that
seen
out.
a few of the videos from it. They will blow your mind. So this place is only going to be till the end of October able to be viewed.
And we were fortunate enough to be asked to lead an investigation there. So we are just as excited as anybody else. Trust me.
Amen. Amen. I'm like stoked about this one.
And some other good news. What? What?
Cisco said on a lighter note, Dave, are you wearing pants? Should I answer that? We'll leave that to the imagination this time, Miss Cisco. Thank you.
I want to give a shout out to my man Sergio. Later in the latter part of October, we will be starting filming for Paranormal Inc. Was asked to be on episode 5 of Paraseekers.
Yep.
And we will start the filming late October.
Yep.
We are really looking forward to that. It's an amazing group of people that have this show. The show is going to be a hit.
Oh, yeah.
And we were actually very blessed to be asked to be on the episode. It's going to be good. We're looking forward to it. I think that's why Dave got a haircut.
I got more than one cut.
Yeah, so, but yeah, that I'm not sure when that episode will be aired, but we start filming on Halloween Day.
Yes.
So it's the day after Dave's birthday.
Yep. October 30th for all that want to know. And now you know why I'm so cute. Oh, wait. You know, when I was born, the doctor slapped my mother. What did you do? What did you... No. When I was born, my dad said what a treasure. My mom asked him to bear it.
Oh,
yeah, we're here all night. So, so we're really looking forward to the filming, and we'll get that up into Paranormal Inc. Or let people know the broadcast place and time, where it's going to be, when it's going to be along the way.
Yeah. But Saturday is going to be cool, man. I mean, there's if you haven't seen it yet, if you go to our YouTube channel, the very first year that we were on World's Largest Ghost Hunt, hell, man, Paranormal Inc. was only together a few months, Dave and I, and we were at Haldeman, and live on camera, something actually grabbed me.
Yeah.
And it was, and
left a mark.
Yeah, doing this all these years, I've been touched several times, but it was the first time ever that it left a mark. And Ray, Melody's husband, Ray Shade, he was working one of the cameras, and he actually got a picture of the...
Now, the thing you didn't think about is when we did the radio show thing that was up there, that the contestants won, that same room is where that wall got hit and shook the whole room.
Yeah.
That's where I almost broke his nose. We talked about that in previous shows.
And
same room.
Actually, years ago, the first time we investigated up there before you and I were together, and my original team, that was where... I was up there by myself, and the room that vibrated that night. I was going back to like the servants'
quarter. Yep.
And there's a video of a childlike shadow running by me in the hallway.
Yep.
So it's very active right in that hallway. There will be cameras at Haldeman too on Saturday night. Chris Smith from Tennessee Wraith Chasers will be there, and That's going to be ran now by Melissa and Jerry. So Chris is going to, I believe it's his first time there. And he's going to enjoy it there, man. We've had a lot of success there. I mean, we've held a lot of events there over the years.
Many events,
and it never a letdown.
No, we've actually had people pass out on us when they see things. We've had people leave within the first 20 minutes of the event from things.
That one night, when I ain't gonna say her name, but the one girl passed out, and Mike King was there with me when she fell out, and I mean the whole paranormal thing went out the window, man. I thought she was having like a medical emergency, you know. That's when we radioed over to you.
I came running out, and Ernie's like, Dave, 10:33. I'm like, I come running. I mean, that's so. And as I get there, Mike's coming running out the front of the summer kitchen, and he goes, "There's something in the field. He goes this way. I go this way. We go around the middle, and we see in the field these two black shadows just doing this.
Yeah. But see, that was the same night when our event was over. If you remember, we were cleaning up, and we were in the as many times as I've been there, I still don't know the names of the rooms, but the room where we give the presentation, that back room.
Somebody wants an invitation to our show again.
Who?
Sherry.
Hey, Sherry from Ghost Hunters. What's up, sweetie? Get in touch with me. I know you've been busy. We will have you on anytime. Our regular scheduled night is
Sundays.
Every other Sunday. That work thing that I have to do kind of gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah, he's a cop or something.
We do it every other Sunday. So, yes, I will be in touch anytime at all. You let me know. It's up to you, and we would absolutely love to have you on. We were actually wanting to have you on.
We also, it's an open invitation because I saw you saying that you want to investigate with us. It's an open invitation. Get in touch with the mouthpiece here. I'm just the network nerd, you know that. But yeah, you're welcome to any of our investigations.
But what I was saying, that back room where the stairwell goes up, you know, where they stack all the chairs. We were cleaning up from our event. And the same young lady that passed out on us, we both happened to be looking out the window, and I seen somebody run by. It looked like they ran by the window, but it actually looked like a person. So I got on the radio to you. I said, "Hey, Dave, are you out there?" And Dave was like, "No, I'm inside." And Mike King goes, "I'm out there. What do you need?" And I'm like, "Hey, there's somebody out there. They should be running right towards you." And there was no one out there again.
Yeah, I'm floored. All right, so next in line, we need to make a phone call.
Yep.
So here we go. Get this all the way up. And if she doesn't answer, we'll keep babbling until she does. Okay, we'll try her back in a minute.
Well, where's she? I don't even know what state she's in right now. I know she's I spoke to her yesterday. I think yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, I talked to her today.
Yeah.
She's in Mountain Time, Central or Mountain. But she's on the phone right now with Get Vocal. So it's GETVOKL. If you actually look on our site, I've posted the links for the world's largest ghost hunt at this point. We're going to have 2 links going on at the Lookout House. The session 1 will start from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And session 2 will be from 10 p.m. to midnight. So, we're going to have about an hour pause for the cause in case, but then we'll go live. So we'll have live camera feeds on it, as well as live audio. We're working the details out on that. The only catch is that I just found out today that if for some reason we have activity, I will need to drop the feed, and then I have to go on the live feed of the world's largest ghost hunt to present that activity so they can bring it live on the camera. So that's the only catch behind it. So otherwise, we're going to have a great time. I am very excited.
You still haven't been there yet. That's an amazing location.
Yep.
we were discussing before we went live, different spots where we're going to put cameras for the event, and there's one spot up there. I'm not going to give it away right now, but I was just sitting up there talking to someone. It was the night that Lori Johnson and I investigated up there, and there were some folks upstairs in the attic, and I was on the second level, and I had just been sitting there just talking to someone, and unfortunately I wasn't prepared for this to happen, but I just happened to glance at like the doorway, and man, I saw this. It looked like a 7-foot shadow just walk right by the door.
Nice.
And I was like, and I saw it with my own eyes. It was not like, I didn't have to review anything or whatever, it just right on by. So
Sweet.
yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So as we still babble some more, we have some other events coming up. You discussed those.
Which one are we looking at? We got
several in October, private and public. Make him pull up his calendar.
It's making me work here, guys.
Just a little bit. So I'm trying Maria again, so you'll see me trying until I get through her. So I know she's discussing stuff with Get Vocal. So, okay, we'll try her back in a few minutes.
Yeah, actually, I got to get more information on it. October 12th, there's going to be a one-day Paracon. We will be at Melissa or Jerry. When you see this, if you can get me the information for that Saturday event,
Yep, we'll get it up on our calendar.
We got to get that up
If you check
there.
right here, we have a calendar up on paranormalinc.net. I just updated it for all of the rest of September and October. If you look, we are like every weekend doing something somewhere.
And just jumping ahead a little bit in reference to our radio podcast here, our next scheduled show is Sunday after World's Largest Ghost Hunt. We will be live from a very special on-the-road location, and we will have none other than the Ink Master himself, Tony DeVille. He will be sitting here with us. Actually, I think he's going to replace Dave that day. So, now
we're going to be doing it from his shop live.
Yeah. So it's going to be good. And even better, check that. Not even better, but October 27th, our special guest. I will give you a hint.
Who.
Everybody read my hat. Can you see what my hat says? What's it say, Dave?
It says the Hinsdale House.
The Haunted Hinsdale House.
Yes.
We're going to have none other than Dan Class.
Mr. Dan
October
Class
27th.
himself.
I can't wait
I can't wait for that one.
to talk to Dan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a good dude, man.
He's an awesome dude.
Yeah,
So
real good guy.
yeah, and we also have Laura coming onto the show.
Yeah, we're going to talk about York Ghost Tours and everything up there and stuff that we'll be doing with Laura. And
Yep. So check out our calendar. It has every bit of what's going on there. Let me try Miss Maria again, and you keep going. He's checking his calendar now.
I'm not checking my calendar.
There she is.
She is.
All right, I'm going to put her live. Hello, Miss Maria.
Or text me if you would, or just be to be your voicemail.
Oh,
And I'll
it's her
try
voice
to-
message. Okay. I couldn't tell. Okay, I jumped the gun too soon.
All right, well, let's do this. Why we can't get a hold of her. Explain to everybody that's new watching or maybe new to the field. Explain to them exactly what World's Largest Ghost Hunt is.
Okay, so the world's largest ghost hunt, we're doing, what?
It was a message from Maria.
Oh, sorry, I'm not paying attention to all that. Let me see what she got to say. There she is. I'm sort of here. Okay, calling again. Sorry. All right, so basically the world's largest ghost hunt is around 26 countries.
Last year it was 19 countries with 154 locations.
And it was a shotgun start at 10 o'clock. They're doing it a little bit differently this year. So it's going to actually start broadcasting at noon, and it's going to go till midnight. So, and it's just going to be, if they get activity, we let the command center know, and they bring us on. You see the activity. All right, so let me try this again and see if I can get
It's
hold
kind of like a, for those of you that are, I don't watch it, but live PD,
Yep.
so to speak. You have a command center, and wherever they get activity, they jump over to that location. So it is all good.
Yes. So basically,
Hi, David.
hello, Miss Maria. How are you, my dear?
Just great. Just great.
Awesome. You are live on Step Into the Paranormal. So we are just starting to discuss what the world's largest ghost hunt is, what your role is, and how people can get involved and things like that.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So I am first. I want to share my apologies for the delay.
Don't worry about it.
It was trying to get the World's Largest Ghost Hunt on track, and I had a little bit of a problem.
Right.
So this is, I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much for inviting us. So the World's Largest Ghost Hunt is going to be this Saturday.
Right.
Maria,
what state are you in right now?
I am in Nebraska.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
she's way over there.
Way over there.
Way over there, mountain time.
You're in yonder time.
Yes.
So, all right, so let's start with a little bit of the history. Where did the world's largest ghost hunt come from? How did you come up with it? How did it come together?
All right, so back in around 2015, Bob and I were managing a very haunted inn, and we found that there was a big gap in resources for people that wanted to discover and be involved with the haunted. So, where are the haunted hotels? Where are the ghost tours? Where are the the paranormal events, etc. So we took on and created Haunted Journeys, which is our company, and that was around 2015. Actually, around 2014. It doesn't matter. But 2016, we really got the rock started, and we said, what can we do to showcase what we're trying to do with Haunted Journeys? And one of our big goals was to sustain a lot of these historical buildings like we had that had a hard time filling up beds, getting events planned, etc., in order to fiscally survive. We're not like in Europe. Europe, people love and navigate to historical inns. It's not like this in our country, unfortunately. So we said, you know what? With that all in mind, why don't we create like a really good day to celebrate what we're trying to, tell folks about? And so we looked for National Ghost Hunting Day to do something special and found that there was no such thing. So they had National Hamburger Day and National, Take Your Daughter to Work Day, but they didn't have National Ghost Hunting Day. In fact, I know that sometimes in March we celebrate National Paranormal Day, but it truly doesn't exist according to the Registry of Calendars. But that being said, I said, Bob, why don't we go ahead and just do it? Let's just request for National Ghost Hunting Day to be registered. And they told me, well, we get about, dozens of requests per day. It's something real popular. People use that as a marketing mechanism. And I said, well, let's just try. And you know what? We got accepted like almost immediately. They loved the idea. And I said, now that we have this, what are we going to do with it? and so the idea of having the nation's largest ghost hunt came into play. And this was back in 2016.
This is going to be the fourth year, right, Maria?
This is the fourth year.
Because we missed. We weren't part of the very first one, but Dave and I were.
No, you came in on 2017. We decided to get a little bit more sophisticated. So back in 2016, I just one of my friends said it's been a big influence in how I do things in best practices in the paranormal world is Brian Cano. And I approached him. He said, Maria, why are you stopping with the USA? Let's do the world's largest ghost hunt.
Hey, Maria,
And that was it.
you just mentioned Brian. It's funny. Right before we went live, you know how on Facebook your memories pop up every day?
Uh-huh.
My memories popped up on my Facebook page, and it was a picture of me and Brian and Chris Mancuso from 2016. It was before.
Yes.
It was before World. I believe it. Yeah, I don't know,
It's
but
the
I
same
think
year.
it was before
It was the
World's
same
Largest
year.
Ghost Hunt. Yeah, but
Yeah. How symbolic is that?
I know
Huh?
it's fun. It's funny.
That's wild.
That is so funny. And yeah, so he was a big influence on how we structure things, and he's truly one of the ones out there that believes in para-unity and putting some best practices in the field.
Right.
So that was 2016, and 4 years later, we did a lot of stumbles and falls, and you guys have been with us, 75% of the time, so you know very well.
Yeah, there's
But
been
the
some good
challenge-
things and some bad things.
Yeah, but the challenge is, if we would have thought about this 5 years ago, I should say 10 years ago, or 5 years prior to 2016, if we would have thought about this in 2011, we would never have been able to do it because the technology wasn't there.
Absolutely.
The technology is what has and keeps getting better.
Right.
So I know people are sometimes frustrated because one year we do this and another year we do that. It's because we try to meet the challenge of new technology.
This year is going to be amazing.
Yep.
I agree. This year we hunkered down for really doing what we want to do with this, and that's celebrate these old properties. And so more so than just build up the participation.
Right.
Year 2, year 3, we were really into let's get as many places and people as we can. That was the focus while trying to meet their demands, and that became an absolute cluster.
Do you know how, Maria? Do you know how many locations are participating this year?
And how many countries?
I sure do. We toggle between 78 and 80.
Wow.
Yeah, so, yeah. And when I think by total is because I get the ones I say, oh, we can't do it this year because of this reason. And believe it or not, it does happen. It's hard for people to make this commitment because it is not an easy thing to do.
Right.
People think they just register, and show up on the 28th.
Well, let me ask you.
It doesn't work that way.
Okay, the big night is the 28th, and
yes,
once that's said and done, when do the gears in your head start turning for 2020?
They already are. They already are. They already are, more so, and you guys know why, which we're not allowed to say publicly yet, but there's something special that's going to happen.
Yeah. I was there the other night. I know exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So something very special is going to happen on Halloween week.
Right.
That are going to put us on a very strong platform.
Yes, I agree. I agree. I was with you the other night. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep.
And it's really funny because this year was about stability, and we got a new website. We stabilized it. It performed beautifully. We've got a back end where people can get their resources if you are a participant. We also have all the locations. I don't have to segment it. Year 1 and 2, our first, second, and third year, we used Google Maps. We used this database. We kind of just integrated a lot of different platforms. This year, we're solid. It's all under one platform. It integrates well, and it also provides the haunted history of the locations that we've never done before.
You know what what I want to happen one year?
What?
Dave and I want you at our location, wherever that might be. We got to make that happen.
Because you kind of float around too, don't you?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, God only knows
Yeah,
where.
we're
Who
gonna
knows
be
where
there.
we?
We're gonna
You
be,
know
oh,
what?
my Lord.
Hey, Maria, we might be in Nebraska next
Yeah,
year.
you never know.
Well, I'm not here for ghost hunting. Let's clear that issue right now.
Do you know, Maria? Do
There's
you
no
know
ghosts in Nebraska.
Do you know of any like sandy white beaches with crystal blue water that need some investigating during
with those little
National Ghost Hunting
with
Day?
those blue fruity drinks.
Yeah,
you know.
That's a good goal. You know, I've always, and David knows. Oh my gosh, did we struggle with that on year 3, where we were going to have the command center in some place real sexy, and you know what? God kept saying, Maria, why are you doing this?
Right.
It's not about you. It's not about the command center. It's about those locations.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Well,
last
year
year,
two, I remember Brian's site went down with the internet completely.
that was year 2. My God.
Maria, year 2.
We crashed it.
I'll never forget. Me and Dave left. We were headed to our location, and it was just a hectic day. And down the street from my house is a new Dunkin' Donuts. So we stopped to get a sandwich on the go and a cup of coffee. And Brian called us, or we called Brian or whatever, to work out the technical. And it's funny because we're traveling up the road. Dave's driving. I got a coffee and sandwich in one hand, the phone in the other hand, trying to relay from Dave to Brian and Brian to Dave.
And I'm driving.
They're using all these technical terms. I have absolutely no idea what I'm repeating, but I'm just repeating what I'm hearing. But Dave and Brian and everybody and Scotty. I mean, it was down to the wire that night.
Yeah.
I mean, till the
it was awful. It was an experience I'll never ever forget.
Yeah,
and I still remember that even at the command center, in order to capture my screen, I had to use my phone and essentially transmit the screen to another server. It was through the phone. It was horrible. I had to hold it like that for 4 hours.
I'm with you, because not only did Brian's location go down, but we got on site to haul them in, and they had lost their internet from a car hitting a pole.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So we ended up going live on and luckily I recorded it all. It's up on our YouTube site. But we ended up literally going live from Laura's phone.
You know, I'm going to tell you a quick snippet story now that's going to make you feel humble that we've even gotten this far with what we do. In January, we started getting courting, and I'm talking about the heavily courted by the Travel Channel. And it was like, we want to do a 4-hour special on the world's largest ghost hunt. And they said, well, we'll get as many locations as we can in the United States, and flip and flip and flip. And this is, of course, the producers, and I think you know who they are, too. Yep. But anyway, so we were talking weekly. I mean, this was a very serious project. And we were talking weekly. And they said, when do you think we can? You know, I had to hold back because I didn't know which way they were going to go with this, and I had to hold back. And all of a sudden in May, they got us in touch with the Travel Channel, and they're all excited, and they said, okay, now, what do you do? And so we said, we have ghost hunts around the world, and we have lots and lots of them. And you know what they told me?
What?
We can't do this. I said, how do you guys do this? And I almost fell off my chair.
Wait. What?
They could not manage that kind of trafficking.
Yeah. They couldn't cover it all. Yeah.
They couldn't cover it. So what we do, by golly, we should be proud of, because we do it with absolutely no budget. Well, we do have a budget, but it's very anemic.
Right.
This year we had to charge, a registration fee to cover our costs, because there's a little bit of cost involved, but we all contributed, and with that in mind, it became something that we all treasured because we were all part of it, and there was more loyalty. to what they're doing, and it had more value. So that was a good thing. But yeah, I was really shocked that with the higher resources and financial budget that they should have, that they couldn't pull what we are able to pull every year.
Well, I believe it's, the collaboration between everyone, all of us that are involved in it. You know what I mean? Everybody working together, you're able to pull this off year after year.
Now, let me ask you
a question. And what's really special about this is every year we send a herd, and the ones that believe in this the most are the ones that survive, and they come back every year.
Yeah.
Now, tell people how to find you on Facebook or on the internet. Tell people how to find you.
Well, all right. So on Facebook, we're known as, there's two places. We have a fan page called National Ghost Hunting Day. Okay. And then we have a group page that we call the World's Largest Ghost Hunt.
Okay.
So, yeah, but, reaching us, the best way to reach us is through our website. And that's really simple, www.largestghosthunt.com. That's it, largestghosthunt.com. So we are the largest ghost hunt thus far. I would love for others to join on the bandwagon and create their own monster, because the more we do this together, the more we showcase the industry under its true identification. We're not about demons. We're not about anything else. We're about just preservation of these historic buildings through the voices of spirits. And it's really crazy. These spirits they get together and they come up with a theme every year that we don't know until that night.
Okay.
And it's funny because year 2, our theme was unity. It was all about love, and they said no ego. I mean, it was crazy. The evidence we got, the EVPs we got, is all about last year, in 2018, it was about love and peace and harmony and music. It was almost like, we're celebrating, what's that big love fest that we had back in the 60s?
Woodstock.
Woodstock. It was almost like they were into Woodstock.
That's the year I was born.
And it's funny because multiple locations, the evidence of music playing.
Oh, wow.
It was, I've never heard of that.
So
it was absolutely amazing.
Should we change the name of this to Ghost Stock?
Ghost Stock.
Yeah, there you go. I love that. Woodstock, Woodstock, and so I don't know if you guys remember when we finished, when we completed the World's Largest Ghost Hunt last year, I put on our group page, I like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony in the 60s, the old Coca-Cola commercial. And I did that for a reason, because that was the message we got in 2018. I cannot wait to hear the message that we're going to get in 2019.
Well, I can tell you this, Marie. I can't speak for any location other than where we're at this year, but all week I've been just getting messages and people, chatting me up about how excited they are and they can't wait, and you know what I mean. And it's going to be amazing. I mean, we can't wait.
Well, let's talk about the Get Vocal side for a moment. We year 2. We used a very interesting product. I'm not going to name them, but it failed miserably.
We don't want to get sued.
We blew up their servers. We crashed their servers. We overtaxed them completely, and they had no technical support during the event.
Nope, not at all. That's right. And they heard from us, right, David?
They were horrible. And I was getting literally people calling in 15 minutes before the event. How do I use this? So, okay, year 3. We're not too bad. The product was okay, had its flaws, but it was functional. Year 4 is a product called Get Vocal, VOKL. What is that all about?
So excited about Get Vocal. They're a pretty young company, and they're the only ones that can do a live, they call them broadcast, because it's more of a podcast view as opposed to live streaming. But what they've done is take a live stream and put it up to the next level, and that's why they call them broadcasts. And it's the only one in the market, 100%, that can have instant interface with 3 major social medias. So in other words, I am filming on Get Vocal platform. Prior to the live stream, I set up 5 of my most common social medias, which include a 3 of them from Facebook. It includes the YouTube, and it includes the Twitter. I forgot what it's called, the Twitter one, the Twitter video. So 5. So when I go on a broadcast, I can choose which 3 of those 5 that I want to send out simultaneous, production. So I am hitting essentially on 4 different platforms at the very same time.
Nice.
You talk about a powerhouse.
Yep.
But the logistics, I wanted, Dave, you know what I wanted.
Yeah, I know.
I wanted a platform that I can see all my team up there, and people can bounce around and hit on them and go to the live stream. Well, we got it this year.
That's
So
good.
this year, when they go to getvocal.com and it pulls up, you're going to see World's Largest Ghost Hunt in Australia, World's Ghost Hunt in New York, Louisiana. You will see them all pop up, and all you got to do is scroll and decide where you want to take a trip to.
Nice.
So it is nice, and it's really nice because what it does, it stacks them up to whatever's on live streaming right at that moment is on top. And then the ones that are coming up next follow. So it's really cool. You can be essentially 12 hours with us online and visit all these places around the world.
Nice.
And that's,
Now, the last
that's
2
pretty
years
cool.
we've been doing 10 o'clock start time till midnight, and there's been we're doing A, B, C, D during this time, and then we're doing
Yeah.
A, B, C, D during this time. How's it working
Right.
different this year?
Oh, God, autonomy. I have decided that spirit does not need an itinerary. They don't need an itinerary. What we've done, because we wanted to be user-friendly for around the world, we start anywhere between 12 noon to 12 midnight Eastern time, and just pick 2 hours there, and that's when you do your broadcast. We noticed in years past that we used to start getting evidence like hours before somewhere else.
Right.
And spirits are not waiting for that shotgun to go off and start talking to us.
Right.
I mean, the energy is so crazy. Like right now, all we're doing right now is talking about the World's Largest Ghost Hunt. My teams are preparing. They're doing this. They're doing that. They're talking about the World's Largest Ghost Hunt. World's Largest Ghost Hunt. It's creating the energy, and we're 5 days away, and the energy is building. And guess who's listening to the energy? Spirit. So you're right. It's still 2 hours, but you can choose whatever 2 hour segment between 12 noon and 12 midnight, so we can support you. That's the only reason we've done
I'm
that.
going to plug the Lookout House. We're doing 2 broadcasts, one from 7 to 9 and one from 10 to midnight. So we're doing 2 of them.
Oh my God, someone's going to get a little bit too excited. I'm just kidding. That is wonderful. I love that.
Now,
Yeah, there's all autonomy, and as you know, we don't have presence of the command center. We're going to have a Get Vocal for the command center, but it's not going to be there for entertainment for the general public. It's for us to get together. If you need to drop in there and say, "Hey, this is what we're doing," so that's really important.
Yeah.
And the question, I got a team of metaphysical workers from around the world, and they collaborated and put out these questions. These questions were created by metaphysical folks that are just so respected internationally.
Oh, wow.
So we've got incredible questions, and we're not going to, of course, because everybody's starting at different times, we're not going to orchestrate when we ask these questions. You ask them on your time.
Right.
You ask them under your condition. Because
Nice.
nobody knows those spirits better than the local their local properties and their
Now,
local
I've
teams.
also noticed this year you have regional directors. So explain what they are and
Yes.
what they're doing for the people who don't know.
Oh my gosh, we actually call them territory managers, but I like regional directors. I like that too.
That's a good title, wasn't it? I kind of made that up on the fly.
We'll just make it along. We'll just make it so along. So what these territory managers are doing, they have a certain area of either the United States or the world, and they average about 15 properties, and they get real cozy with these 15 properties.
And I can.
And
Hi, Kim, if you're watching. Yes, I know. Yes. So,
I'll tell you what, I have the strongest women in the planet Earth doing this. They are absolutely champions
oh
in
yeah.
guiding their teams, but they also say, you've got to be accountable.
Yep.
You know, we're here for you, but you've got to be a part of this. It's not all about us, it's about you guys.
Well, I'm telling you, being
yeah,
the paranormal director for the last two world's largest, having these has been a godsend just on my sanity. Because remember, I'm having to deal with all the teams. At least you split it up for sanity purposes, where it's a controlled environment. I love that. So,
David, remember year 2? Oh
my God. I shave my head just so I don't pull out hair at this point. Yeah.
It was basically you and I managing all these people,
Exactly.
and they were calling us, what do I do, an hour before we were going on? And it was like, what do you do? These guys.
We held
These
test
guys are
sessions.
ready.
We held
They're
live
ready.
videos. We held. We recorded videos.
We did.
I mean, we went the full Monty for these folks, and they still missed.
I got a question, Dave.
No, they didn't. But you know what's the difference now? We have those resources too.
How
We did
stressful
offer
do
the
you
same
think it was for
resources,
me that night?
but we
I was
got
the one in
somebody
your ear
nagging
going, Come
them.
on, Dave. We got 5 minutes. We got 4 minutes, Dave. We got 3 minutes.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
just sitting there just going, how stressful do you think it was for him? Yeah, he was the one going, Dave, we got to go live in 3 minutes. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm on a call.
You know what? The difference between then and now is that I've got 5 wonderful, wonderful women. They're strong, they're intelligent, they believe in para-unity, and they also are the best naggers in the world.
Yeah, she's had a bullwhip and a baseball bat, riding me. So, very much so.
Yes. And when they call their PM, they do whatever they have. Why is your broadcast not listed yet? We need you there. We need you there.
She went over our page with a fine-tooth comb going, change this, change this, change this, change this, and rename it this. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I mean, some of the properties, there's still like 2 of them there, that they use a default picture of limestone. And I go, what the hell is this?
Yep.
Why is the property not on there? So it's a learning process. But you want to know the good news? What's the good news, Maria? I'll tell you what the good news is. Hopefully, if everything goes well this year, we're just going to keep everything stabilized.
Amen.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, Miss Maria, we are at the end of our time. I appreciate your time. I love you, baby, and I will talk to you more.
We'll talk to you Saturday.
I look forward to it with all my heart and soul. See you when the Spirit speaks on the 28th. And
Amen.
thank you for
Thanks for all
helping
you
us
do.
here.
Thanks for all you do,
Okay.
Maria.
Hugs and love. One love to everybody.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Before we go, once again, let's pull it together for Mike and his
Right
family.
here, I've left it up the whole show.
Yeah.
The URL to go to for everything. Hit the GoFundMe page. Please hit there. Give Mike some love.
Hope you enjoyed tonight. It was, special edition. We enjoyed talking to Maria, and we will see you all on Saturday. Wherever you're investigating Saturday, whatever you're doing for National Ghost Hunting Day, get everything to us. We want to see where everybody's at, what they're doing, what you find, what you didn't find, whatever.
Yeah, let us know.
To our crew that's going to be at the Lookout House with us,
Love
Pam,
you.
Steve,
Lord,
Eric,
Dave.
Dave,
Lord.
Jim, Haley,
Everybody.
Lori. We will see you all Saturday. Everybody that's coming, we're looking forward to seeing you again or maybe meeting you for the first time. And I guess that's about it.
One love,
We
everybody.
will see you Saturday. Make sure you check it out.
Peace!
Good night.
You've been listening to Step into the Paranormal with Ernie Atwell and David Seiler. Thank you for listening, and listen in next week for another topic and more great guests, right here on WLFE DB Radio Network.